fellowship. What a joy divine, leaning on the everlasting arms. What a blessedness and what a peace in mind, leaning on the everlasting arms. Oh, how sweet to walk in this pilgrim way, leaning on the everlasting arms. Oh, how bright the path grows from day to day, leaning on the everlasting arms. Leaning, oh, I'm leaning. I am safe and secure from all alarm. Leaning, yes, I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. What have I to dread? What have I to fear? Leaning on the everlasting arms. I have blessed peace with my love and Lord so near, leaning on the everlasting. Leaning, oh, I'm leaning, safe and secure from all alarm. Leaning, oh, I'm leaning on the everlasting. Oh, I'm leaning, yes, I'm leaning. I'm safe and secure from all alarm. Leaning, oh, I'm leaning on the everlasting arm. I'm leaning, oh, I'm safe and secure from all alarm. Leaning, oh, I'm leaning, on the everlasting arms.
Wow, thank you and welcome to Unity. I am Patty Yoon. I will be your platform leader today. On video, we have Jessica. On sound, we have Joaquin. Sam Jones will be sharing today's message. Art will be leading us in prayers, and Monique Boyd will be leading us in meditations and affirmations. Huron Bro is on music. He is also in The Color Purple, which is playing right now at Roxy's during the month of February. Call Roxy's downtown to get tickets to see Huron in The Color Purple. Let's give them all a hand. Our greatest desire is that you're inspired by the music, the message, the meditation. You are a blessing to us. Every month, Unity celebrates one of the 12 powers that our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, identified and discerned to be within each one of us. February is the month of the power of love. The color is pink. And the power of love is the ability to harmonize, to unify, to desire, to attract oneself to, and to have affection for. So with that power of love, let's say our mission statement together. Inspiring spiritual transformation as a vibrant, diverse, and inclusive community. And with that same power of love, let's say our statement of being together. There is only one presence and one power in my life and in the universe, God the good, omnipotent. Once again, we want to welcome everyone who is here today, connected here today, either in the sanctuary or at home. We especially want to welcome you if you're here for the very first time. We are honored that you have joined us. We hope you are inspired by today's service. And if you're at home, we hope to see you in here soon, all together. Unity is a worldwide ministry dedicated to the ongoing awareness of the Spirit within all. We invite you to consider our teachings wherever you may be on your spiritual journey. If they work for you, fit into your life, keep what works for you, and gently release the rest. We will now bless everyone who is watching here today. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ as you, just as you are.
Good morning. Good morning, those of you here in person and those of you who are watching online. We're going to move into a brief time of prayer, but before we do, I wanted to bring to mind our own beloved Carol Radcliffe this morning. Carol has requested prayers because she recently had knee replacement surgery, which went very successfully, and so she's at home recovering. And so we want to be keeping Carol in mind. And we also want to keep in mind her husband, Steve. He's been going through some health challenges recently, and he recently had a stent put in. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be put in on Friday. So we want to be thinking of both Steve and Carol and hold them in our prayers and just hold our spiritual community in prayer as well. So as we move into this time of prayer, we allow our minds and our hearts to be filled with a loving, intimate, and expansive awareness of the God of our understanding. And we allow ourselves to know that the God of our understanding is not in some place far off and distant. That divine presence is with us right where we are, always. We don't have to earn or qualify God's presence. The fact is, we are God's presence, uniquely expressing as each and every one of us. So when beholding that presence, we behold the love, the peace, the beauty, the wisdom, the understanding, in all that this divine presence contains. We affirm that presence in our hearts. We affirm it in our minds. We allow it to be the defining character of our awareness. We recognize that that presence is our very beingness. And we joyfully move forward in thought, word, and deed in expressing this divine presence. For Carol and Steve, for each and every person connected in our spiritual community, we affirm love, wholeness, well-being, and right understanding. We affirm this for ourselves. We affirm this for the world, in knowing a world that works for all human beings and all other beings. We are so grateful, and together we say, and so it is. Amen.
How can I say that I love God, whom I've never ever seen before, and forget to say that I love the one whom I walk beside each and every day. How can I look upon your face God's love you I must embrace. You're my brother, you're my sister, and I love you for the love of all. Can I say that I love our God, whom I've never ever seen before, and forget to say that I love the one who I walk beside each and every day? How can I look upon your face and ignore God's love? You I must embrace. You're my brother, you're my sister, and I love you with the love of our God.
Good morning. I'm Monique. I'll be leading us in affirmations and meditation. Please join me as a collective saying affirmations. I choose my worth. I let my power rise up. I choose agape. As we go into meditation, I want you to get comfortable in your seats. Either lower your eyelids or close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath and let it out slowly. One more nice deep breath and let it out slowly. Let's go to the center of your heart space. Your doorbell rings. At the door is a large box with a bow and a card on it. You bring it inside. On the outside of the envelope, it is addressed to you, love God. You open the card. It reads, there are 3 boxes inside. The first box is the black box. It is the box you release all your sorrows, your fears, your worries and anxieties. Anything you want to turn over to me to take care of. You can write out your worries and place them in the slot on top of the box. The second box is the white box. It is the box where you put your dreams, the things you want to manifest, prayers for yourself, your family, your friends, prayers for your goals, what and how you want to show up, your growth in your life. The third box is the gold box. It is heavy and locked. It is the box of answered prayers. It requires you to have faith, to believe and not open it, just to know abundance, prosperity, health, family, grace, unconditional love is yours. This is me looking out for you, my divine timing for you and your greatest and highest good. You carry the key inside of you. All you must do is find it. Place the three boxes beside each other and just remember, I am always here. Love, God. When you are ready, wiggle your fingers and toes and open your eyes.
Close to me, close to me, close to me, close to me. All alone is as close as in me.
He does it again. So, those of you that were here last week or saw last week's message, there was a challenge. I wonder if anybody accepted it. Did anybody accept the challenge to be the observer of their own experience, of their own life, their thoughts, their feelings, what levels of consciousness they were functioning? Well, I have to hit start on my timer, otherwise you guys will never get out of here. I'm just saying. You'll be grateful. That challenge of seeing where you are in your understanding, your experience. That's what we talked about last week, and I gave you that challenge, and then I said this week we're going to talk about just showing up. What does that mean, and how do we move past being afraid of showing up in our strength and in our power and our love? And being fully present in that verity consciousness that we talked about last week, that is that oneness with God, knowing the oneness, knowing that the what of you is your divinity and the who of you is your personality, how you're being expressed, how you're showing up, right? So, first of all, I've got to do a shout out to Jessica. She is our wonderful producer, but she's also the amazing, extraordinary administrative assistant here at Unity of Wichita. And she has been oh, look at her. Wow. That wasn't even on the slide deck today, you guys. This is how good she is. Anyway, so you guys see, those are the different layers of consciousness. And this is what I was going to talk about was, isn't it wonderful that she's able to start producing things that we can communicate to our online audience quickly and clearly? Thank you, Jessica. So, I think that showing up, just getting dressed, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, getting going, that's half the battle, isn't it? Just getting going. Good grief. Especially after the last 2.5 years we've had where you were supposed to stay home and stay in your pajamas and wear your fluffy slippers while you were working. How many people did that? I know I did. I know y'all don't know this, but in 2020, when we were on Zoom, I can tell you, and Brian can testify, there were lots of times that I was like, I have to look good from here up. I'm good. So now I understand. I have to put on real pants. So I loved a friend of mine, she's in Minnesota, and she has taken it upon herself to live the dream of sharing memes to lift people's hearts and minds. And so this is one of them, that things that no longer interest me, driving at night, leaving the house at night, driving in the winter, leaving the house in the winter, driving, and, well, just leaving the house. Right? So we know that's half the battle, is just showing up. But the question is that when we're in this process of trying to determine where we are in our consciousness, whether we're playing that victim or rising above in the victor role, or we've decided that we're a vessel and God's moving through us, speaking through us, or that we are in that verity consciousness of oneness, it becomes a balancing act of how you show up, doesn't it?
How many of you have seen the new Disney film Encanto? Oh my gosh, you guys, you gotta watch it. This is not a commercial for Disney, but you've got to watch it. So I hadn't seen it yet. I'd read a lot of articles about how people in the mental health community are raving about this film. I am one of those people that I love to be aware of all the ways that you can heal and move and change, but I'm kind of resistant sometimes to doing it myself. Do you guys know that feeling? I mean, don't get me wrong, I do it. I'm in therapy all the time because, you always got to be moving things, being aware, healing, growing. But this film is about a family, an extraordinary family, and they were gifted with miracles. The daughter is beauty and perfection. The other daughter is so strong she can literally lift mountains and move them, redirect rivers. The mother, she can heal just by giving you an empanada. All of these family members have this special, miraculous gift. All but one. Her name is Mirabelle. And I'm not going to tell you the whole story because I think I might get in trouble from Disney, but also I want you to see it. But it's the journey of Mirabelle processing the feelings of not being good enough to be part of this family, this miraculous family. The feelings of she has to work harder. She has to do more. She has to be more present, more helpful, more colorful so that she can be worthy of this miraculous family that she's found herself a part of. And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, gosh, isn't this the case with all of us? It doesn't have to be our family of origin. It may be our workplace, our friend group. It may be just the ways that you see yourself, that you question, do I fit in here? What do I have to do to feel like I belong? What do I have to do to feel like I am worthy of being here? Does anybody experience that feeling within themselves? So I challenge this idea of the balancing act, of remembering that not only is it that we're on these layers and levels of consciousness of victim, victor, what you saw before, that the victim is that it's happening to me. Just like Mirabelle, why didn't I get a gift? Why didn't I? To moving into the victor position of knowing that she can elicit change, she can move the mountains if, and only if, she helps enough, if she makes it beautiful enough, right? So this brings me to the scripture, and this is Philippians again. So this is Paul. He is addressing the churches that he's already been visiting. He's been sharing the way, the story, the teachings of Jesus, and he's writing these letters of incredible gratitude, saying, thank you for welcoming me. And he's continuing to teach through these letters. So this particular scripture, Philippians 2, 12 through 13, it says, therefore, my beloved, just as you have always obeyed me, not only in my presence, but much more now in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Now, when I was younger and I read this scripture, I remember thinking that I can only come to salvation through fear and trembling. That I had to be afraid of the presence of God. I had to be afraid of this force so much greater than me. And as I read this again, in a different space, in a different time, in a different level of consciousness, I realize that what I believe he's saying is release this fear and trembling. You don't have to be afraid. For it is God who is at work in you. You just have to show up. Because God is at work in you. Even if there is fear and trembling that you're not going to do well, that you won't pass that course, that you won't do well with that presentation, that you're not ever going to make your family happy or proud, you're never going to meet their expectations, you'll never find those gifts, even if that's how you feel. And that next step, stepping out of your comfort zone, is so fearful. Take the step, because it's God who is at work in you. It is the what of you, the divinity that you are. Just as Jesus demonstrated that Christ presence, he said, God is here. Just as God is in me, God is in you. It is the divinity that you are that is showing up and being pressed uniquely into visibility as you. Myrtle Fillmore, who is a co-founder of the Unity movement, somebody made this really delightful little book with mountain scenes and selected quotations from Myrtle. And this one is from How to Let God Help You. And she says, relax and let go all the tense, anxious, personal strivings, and let divine ideas work for you. Let the divine ideas, those things that come to you in the middle of the night and in the morning, you, in your personality and your experience and your story, says, well, I couldn't do that. Return to that divine idea and carry it, hold it, allow it to become part of your experience so that the next time that you feel it calling upon you, you're able to step forward and show up, because it truly is God who is at work in you. The final thing that I want to share with you guys this morning, Reverend Kelly Isola. Many of you know her. If you don't, check her out. If you're interested in a conversation about Black History Month and the relationship, the healing, the process of examining race consciousness in the United States especially, check out Reverend Kelly Isola. She has been building information and content to heal those divides. I hadn't planned on plugging her Project Sanctus information, but here it is. And actually, I'll share a link on our Facebook page this week. So this is a book that she partnered with Rima Bonario and Jane Simmons, and it's Who Have You Come Here to Be? And it's 101 Possibilities for Contemplation. And I would like you to just go on a little journey with me. Take a deep breath, really into your belly. Feel it in your body. And speak these words with power. I have come here to be loved. I have come here to be loved. And I invite you to close your eyes and just allow these words to wash over you. You are the beloved of the beloved. The sun loves you as it shines. The rain loves you as it falls. The night loves you in the dark. There is nowhere to escape from God's inexhaustible supply of love. And that love moves in and through and as you. You are and forever will be loved beyond imagining. Allow yourself to take it in, to know that you know that you know. As you open to and deeply know, you have come here to be loved. You will see that not only are you loved, you are love. So I invite you to take a deep breath and affirm once more. I have come here to be loved. All you have to do is show up. Show up and be present as the unique, celebrated, cherished, and loved presence of God that you are. Thank you.
We are certainly blessed here at Unity of Wichita by the music, the message, the meditation, and by love. Please consider giving a tithe or an offering this morning. If you're here in the sanctuary, there's an offering plate at the front and the rear as you exit. If you're at home on Facebook or YouTube, go now to a chat box. There's a link that goes to our donations page, our PayPal account, our physical address. Or you can bring your donation directly to the church during regular business hours, Monday through Thursday, 9:30 a.m. through 3:30 p.m. Whatever amount you're guided to give, just hold it over your heart, visualize your electronic tithe, and let's say together our offering blessing. Divine love flowing from me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, all that I receive, and I am grateful. Amen.
I gotta tell you, that makes me want to look up Roxy's. Go see The Color Purple. So the announcements today, there's the potluck luncheon. If you remembered, it's been an interesting week with the weather and school closings and kids at home and I don't know, just having to drive on ice and snow. I think it's fun. Not everybody does. But anyway, so we're going to have the potluck luncheon today. If you are able to stay and partake in that, that would be great. Remember, we'll need some help cleaning up. This week, as every week at 9:30, on our Facebook and YouTube channel, you can take part in the meditation moment every Wednesday at 9:30. Of course, it's there for you. So if you can't be there at 9:30, look it up at 10:30 at night. I don't care. Go to sleep with it. But it's an opportunity for you to connect and get a, little unity jolt through the week. So check that out. The women's group is also on Wednesdays. The Creation Station, remember, that is happening on Thursdays from 11 to 2:30. We had a really fun event that we partnered with another Unity church via Zoom and did a kindness rock painting experience yesterday that was connected with the Creation Station. So thank you for those folks who showed up and who joined us on Zoom. We also want to mention that that the board nominations for this coming annual meeting are open. So if you are interested in serving on the Unity of Wichita Board of Trustees, or if you know someone that you think would be a really great fit, please see me or Wayne Donner, or you can email the office. And finally, we will have the after experience today on Zoom. For those of you who are joining us online, be there on Zoom, look for the link in the chat. And beyond that, just stay warm, have fun, and remember, just show up.
Show up. Just show up. Thank you all this morning for showing up with your presence, with your attention, and thank you for just being you. For those of you who are watching online, thank you for showing up. Thank you for your presence and your attention. This collective unity of Wichita community, you are the Sunday experience. And now to close out our service, we will affirm our prayer of protection, and then we will join together in singing the peace song. So if you're here in the sanctuary this morning, if you're comfortable and if you're able, you can stand up, and we will affirm our prayer of protection. For those of you who are at home, we invite you to be a part of this collective energy as well, and affirm that prayer from a very deep place, from the deepest part of our being, and just feel that connection. And we will affirm our prayer now together. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our